Hey guys, welcome back to our channel, the DASHLEYS. We're so glad you're here. If you're one of our super fans and you follow us on Instagram, you probably know we promised a nursery reveal today. It's coming tomorrow. One package hasn't arrived yet. I'm talking to you, wayfair.com. So I thought today would be an awesome opportunity to share with you something that's been on my mind. I'm a vlogger, my husband's a vlogger, we're a family of vloggers. And the other day I was thinking to myself how weird it is that I am a vlogger, because growing up I was, no joke, the shyest kid on the street. I had one friend, never talked to boys until I was 20. It just vlogging was not something that I would have foreseen as my course in life, but it is. Yesterday, I was talking to my husband and I turned to him and I said, I think the reason I like vlogging so much is because I was so shy growing up and I was so afraid to share who I was because I was afraid of rejection. And putting out a video every day, I face that fear and I am, for the most part, given so much positive affirmation. Fast forward one day and I'm in the shower thinking to myself, I realize although I share things with you guys, I haven't shared everything. And suddenly all of these ideas came to my mind of so many things about myself that were kind of quirky and weird that would kind of be the black belt of sharing as far as personal revelations go. So I wrote them all down and I want to share them with you today. And I want you guys, while you watch, to kind of think about maybe some things you've hesitated to share, some really true to you things. And if you feel brave at the end of this vlog, maybe type them in the comments and share them and see just what reaction you get. And it's really liberating for me and it kind of makes me braver the next day. So I challenge you to do that. Let me start with number one. It's a kicker. Okay, number one, my first job was an ice cream scooper at Cold Stone. I, no joke, gained 20 pounds in the first 6 months of working there because I ate 20 pounds of ice cream a day. Fast forward to my first real job, not as a teenager, I'm a kindergarten teacher. Again, I gained 20 pounds in the first 6 months eating in between classes because I had 2 classes, gummy bears, goldfish. I have never eaten so many packaged treats in my life as I did in my first 6 months of teaching. Needless to say, I don't have a lot of self-control. I hesitate to share this. I have 2 obsessions in my life. Well, 2 weird obsessions. I have a lot of normal ones. Number one, my favorite TV show, my favorite family, besides my own, are the Duggars. I could literally watch that show all of my life. If there were a live stream, I would be there. Number 2, I love the royal family. I know so much about them. I know too much about them. Charlotte, George, Prince Louis, may you forever do well. May you rule with grace. I have 3 favorite singers. George Strait. Love him. We named our first son George. That's how much we love George Strait. Number 2, the Backstreet Boys. I would pee my pants if I met those men. And number 3, and I don't know if he counts as a singer, Troy Bolton. Not Zac Efron, Troy Bolton. In all of his Wildcats regalia, those are my singers. Oh, I have another obsession. Amish people. That's all I'm gonna say. Their life. I just can't even. I met an Amish person once, wonderful people. I don't want to be Amish, but I could read a million books about them and I have. For the record, I like them. I think they're awesome. They just fascinate me. This one's really weird. I really hope there are people out there in the world who do this too. I love Lucky Charms, but I eat them like someone with OCD. It's like an uncontrollable compulsion. I first eat all of the cracker pieces. Then I separate all the marshmallows into color groups within my bowl. And then I eat colors, I eat each color group at a time. And I even sometimes break down color groups by small, medium, and large. And it takes me like an hour. Here's a good one. I love Costco and I love buying the tortillas from Costco and I eat them raw. There it is. I eat them raw. Does anyone else eat the tortillas from Costco raw? After 8:30, I literally do nothing. Half of my husband's text messages are me after the hour of 8:30 texting him to fetch me a drink, to fetch me a blanket, to fetch me some food, or to turn off the lights. Me and this dog right here literally do nothing after 8:30.
It's true.
Okay, next one. I have a favorite drink, and this may change your life. And I started doing this because I was pregnant and I wanted to avoid caffeine and aspartame. How it goes is you get LaCroix and you get Crystal Light, which I know has a lot of aspartame. There's a disconnect in my brain. Pour the LaCroix in the cup, add some water to fill it up. Pour in the Crystal Light and mix it up. It tastes like a fancy soda, and it literally costs 10 cents, I'm pretty sure. Try that one. My favorite date and my husband's favorite date, this one isn't just me. We turn to each other and we say, do you want to go to Costco? Inevitably, the other one says yes. And then we say, you can buy one thing, like one thing that's not food, like one thing you've been hoping for. Okay, next one. 3 things that I want that I haven't convinced myself to buy yet. They're in my Amazon cart. A Blendtec. Oh, how I want a Blendtec. A KitchenAid. And this dog bed. I have 2 dream vacations. Number 1, a Disney cruise. I went on a cruise once and I looked over the railing and parked next to our boat was a Disney cruise ship. And it was like sitting in hell and watching heaven depart away from me. It was so cool and so great and so magical, and I will never be happy until I go on a Disney cruise. Second favorite vacation that I want to take. As soon as we make enough money, we are packing the kids up, booking a plane straight to Canada, and taking a week-long tour of Prince Edward Island, where I will read my children Anne of Green Gables as we walk through the White Way of Delight. If you've read that book, you know what I mean.
It's the White Way of Delight.
Okay, this next one isn't just me, it's my husband too. If we get another dog, which we will one day, we're gonna name him Fergus, because my husband will do this.
Fergus, come over here.
I'll pee my pants every time we call him. Okay, my husband and I have a vision board. Like, we legit made a vision board for our vision for our future. And the first thing we put onto said vision board was a mini fridge. We made it before we could afford a mini fridge. And there were lots of other things on it. But the first thing was a mini fridge to plug in next to our bed so that when we wake up in the night or when we go to bed, we can reach over and pull out a nice cold cherry Coke Zero.
We still haven't bought a mini fridge. We have a house now. There's no mini fridge.
Probably should buy one today.
Let's do it!
No, buy it on Amazon. Okay, hidden talent time. I know how to clog dance fairly well. Here's a picture of people clog dancing. I think that's cool, but deep in my heart, I know it's not. I knew I was going to marry my husband the second I saw him. Or I knew I was going to be obsessed with him and madly in love with him secretly the second I saw him, and I hoped for marriage. Marriage happened. There he is.
It's me.
Every time we've had our babies, I've instructed the nurses very, what's the word?
Immensely.
Very immensely. I've told the nurses that I do not want my husband anywhere down there. And I've literally like given him a parameter to stand within near my head. I don't want to see that, but I think it's beautiful and I just don't want him to see that.
Fine with me.
People are not gonna like that one. Oh, I didn't let my husband cut the cord. There's another one. I didn't want him to cut an organ out of, like, I feel like I just don't want him to do that. I feel like normal humans shouldn't do that. That's a doctor thing, to like snip body tissue. It's beautiful, it's wonderful. It's just not something I would ever allow my husband to do. That is all. Last one, number 20. I don't even know if Dallin knows if I do this, my husband. I don't even know which toothbrush is mine. They're both the same color, they're both the same. I just use whatever one there is and I don't even care. I figure if we kiss, it's the same as sharing toothbrushes. He pretends to care, but I think he uses mine half the time too. Okay, that's all of them for me.
We end on the fact that we share toothbrushes.
That's a fine one. That's it for us. Make sure to share some of your quirky things about yourself down below in the comments. I want to see them. I'm sure it will maybe help other people feel more comfortable with themselves if they see that you might be the same as them, or let's just all share. Make sure to share down below in the comments some of the quirky things about you. Remember, this is a safe space, so be kind. I can't wait to read some of them. If you liked this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. We post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and we go live on Sunday at 8:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. We can't wait to see you. If you want to come and stop by, we'll see you in our next vlog.
I've got that sunshine now.